Hi everyone, this is Allie from Pro Mindset Academy. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm super excited to talk to you. I just got back from camp in Alaska, actually, at the Camp of Champions. It was so much fun. And actually, one of the most common things I got asked, I wanted to share with you all today. I was told by a lot of athletes, okay, here's the thing. I know sometimes that I have these negative thoughts and this negative mindset, and I have all this stuff going on. But I try to think positive and I try to tell myself that I can do it and do all these things that I think are going to help me, but it doesn't always work. Why doesn't it work? I get that positive thoughts might give me more energy, but why am I not able to still make it happen? Well, my answer to you is you're telling yourself thoughts that you don't believe. Okay. So, first of all, you're not dealing with the root of the problem, probably, of why are you afraid, and trying to really understand if it's a problem and if it really matters, or what is creating this block for you. You believe it's a mental block, right? That's what I hear a lot. It's a mental block. But it's really not a block. You're just having all these negative thoughts that are coming in, and you're believing them, and you're allowing yourself to feel, in a way, a lot of times fear, and it causes you to not take action. That's perfectly normal. But how do we get past that? We find thoughts that will cause us to take action. And so everyone's like, yeah, I just told you, I try and say these positive thoughts. But your brain has to believe you. Your brain has to be on board, on the same page as you. And if you're trying to tell yourself, oh, I can do it, but you still have all these other negative things going in your mind, and you don't truly believe that you can do it in the moment, then no, it's not going to help. Okay, so this is what I suggest. Number one, I think that whatever you are struggling on, wherever you're believing that you're having a hard time actually taking action on, I want you to do what's called a thought download and just get all your thoughts out about this skill or whatever event it is. And coaches, this can help you in a way of this is what you can have your athletes do. A lot of times we don't want to talk about what we're afraid of or why they're afraid of it. But it's really important that we understand that and that we let our brain get that out. So I don't want you to think about what you're writing in a sense. I want you to set this timer for like 5 minutes and just dump everything in your brain out onto a piece of paper and look at it and really see what are you thinking about this skill, because your thoughts are going to be what creates action or inaction, and it's all driven by a feeling. Okay, so how are you feeling about some of these thoughts that you're having? And a lot of you are going to say fear once again. So I want you to pick one of those thoughts, okay, that really resonates with you, that is not helping you, and ask, why am I afraid, or what am I afraid of? And ask, is it true? Are these things that I'm writing, are they true? And does it matter? Why does it matter? And then, is there another way of thinking about this? Is there something else? Is there somebody else in this whole world that could think something differently from me? And the answer is going to be yes. There's always another way of thinking about it. Now, like I said, you have to pick something that you believe. So in that moment, if you're telling yourself this lie of, I can do it, when you don't think that you can, then your brain isn't going to be generating this feeling that is going to give you the energy to do what you want to do. So what I suggest is to think about what are 10 things, maybe just 5, but 5 to 10 things that you need to do in order to do this skill. In order, if you've done it before, what makes your best one that you've ever done? Or maybe you've done it on a low beam, but you haven't done it on the high beam. What makes it so good on the low beam, right? It's not going to change from the low beam to the high beam. It shouldn't change. The only thing that's changing are your thoughts because the beam's higher. But everything should be the same. So if you write down everything that you need to do in order to make it a good one, and then grab onto something that you believe in. Like, I know that I can do this skill when I jump or push through my legs or squeeze my arms, or I believe that I can do this skill on the low beam. So maybe I can try it on a medium-sized beam. think about something that you truly believe in, and you might have to break it down to very, very simple things. And that's totally okay. But it has to be something that your brain can believe and get on board with, so it's not conflicting you and being like, oh no, you don't actually think that. It's all these other things that are still in the back of your mind that you haven't dealt with, that you haven't put on paper and seen. When you can recognize why you're afraid, and if it's a big deal, and a new thought that you can believe in that can generate a feeling that's better than fear, just maybe a little bit more encouraging than fear, then you're going to be able to hopefully take those steps to do what you're trying to do. The mental block won't be there. It doesn't have to take ages and ages of practicing this skill over and over and over again. If your thoughts haven't changed about it, then that's not going to change. It all starts in your mind. And so working through what's going on in your mind and finding those believable statements is what's going to get you through. There is no mental block, I promise. Okay? It's just thoughts, and the thoughts that you're believing and the thoughts you're grabbing onto are different. So find those believable thoughts. And if you're saying that you can do it and you don't believe it, try a new thought. It's no big deal. That's just your brain doing its thing. Try a new thought and find one that you can believe in and that you know that you can believe in. Now, people are like, how do I know if I believe in the thought? Well, because if you do believe in the thought, it's going to produce a feeling that has you create action. So if you're telling yourself this positive thought that isn't creating action towards your goal, then it's probably not a believable thought. So keep working through all those, in quotes, mental blocks, or however else you want to talk about them. Don't just pretend to be positive. Really get down to, why am I feeling this way? And think about thoughts that you can believe in and get behind in order to create some action. Thank you.